What's up, Zebrasexuals? I thought I would bring you a fun match, but I was gonna bring you a fun 4th gen match. I was having this match, and it was so much fun. I was like, man, I can't wait to upload this because it was like back and forth, and I fell behind early, and then like I come back, and I clinch and win the game. And I was like, hey, let's do this. But no, that didn't happen because as you can see from this screen, he DC'd on me. So, your opponent has DC'd on you right before you can claim your victory because he is an egotistic. He is so I can't even talk. So I was so mad when this happened because this was such a great battle. I figured, since it was such a good battle, and I can't post it because it DC'd, and I'm probably going to start doing what NBZ does and just start live recording battles. That way, they're on my webcam, and I can post them regardless when they do DC. But this one went all the way to the end, and then right before it told me that I was the winner, I just killed his last poke. Right before it told me I won, it DC'd, and I was like, really, really. He's like, yeah, I put my DS down and it disconnected. And I was like, what? No, that's retarded. The guy I was battling, it was from TPX. The guy's Jungle 22801. I don't really care. I don't want to start anything, but still, I'm tired of it. I've had really good matches. I've had like 6 or 7 these past 2 weeks. 6 or 7 good matches. And they DC right at the end, and it's really pissing me off a lot. So I figured I'd do something like this just to, liven the mood, I guess. I don't know, but let's go ahead and get started with it. As you can see, this is a versus match. That's going to be his in-game name was Xavier, and my in-game name is Zedebra. So I remember his in-game name and all that other stuff. So we're both going to lead off. I'm going to lead off with Metagross. He's going to lead off with Donphan. Both pretty standard leads. I'm using Choice Scarf Trick Metagross, kind of similar to MBZ's set. I think it's, but except I have Bullet Punch instead. But he's got a Donphan out. I'm hoping he doesn't go for Earthquake. Maybe he just wants to set up his Rock. Seeing as I'm a Metagross and we're both lead, so I can go for the trick. I do go for the trick, and I do give him my Scarf, and I do take his leftovers, of course, because Sturdy is different in 4th gen. I had to keep that in mind, because I started out in 5th gen, I didn't play 4th gen, so I didn't know how Sturdy worked then, but that kept that in my mind. So I'm able to get the trick off, and he does go for Rock, so he does set up Rock, so he's locked in Rock. He's locked into Stealth Rocks right now, so he's got his Rocks up, and I'm not really sure what else he has on his team since there's no team preview, so, I figured the best move for me to do is to go ahead and set up my Rock. So he's going to switch, and he brings in Charizard, as I see, and you see that he's running Charizard, so he knows I'm going to want to set up Rock, so he's going to bring Charizard in right now to try and force me out as I do set up my Rocks, and my Rocks are set up right now. And as I see the Charizard's in here, and I figured I'm not really sure what he wants to do. He might be running a Life Orb set, or maybe he'll probably be running a Scarf set, and he's probably going to want to go for the Fire move. And the only thing I really do have to take Fire moves is either my Tentacruel or my Flygon. And I figured I might as well bring in Flygon, which I do bring in Flygon, because I thought, because most Flygons are scarfed, and I thought mine was scarfed, but when I put this team together, this Flygon wasn't scarfed. I didn't have a scarf poke on this team except for Metagross, and he tricks that away. This is actually Banded Flygon, so that kind of comes back to bite me in the ass. So as I switch in, he does go for the Flamethrower. Flamethrower does hurt me a lot, and it doesn't really hurt me a lot. It didn't even do like a third, but because I am resisted because of Dragon, but all that stuff. So Flamethrower hits me, it's not very effective, of course, because it's a Flygon, even though Flygon doesn't have the best defenses ever, but I can take the hit. So here's where I figured out that I'm not Scarf, because I get hit with the Air Slash, and I'm like, fuck, because damn it, I thought I was fast enough just to hit something with the Stone Edge, but apparently I am not fast enough, and I get hit with the Air Slash, and of course I'm going to flinch, and that puts me in the red. It does about half, so I'm in the red right now, and that's not looking really good, because this was probably one of my pokes that can only really take on Charizard that can kind of force it out, so I'm going to have to bank on a bluff, because I'm going to die to another Air Slash, and Flygon's going to die. So I'm going to bring in Tentacruel, because Tentacruel is, Tentacle has nice special defensive bulk, you guys know this, but I figured I could start taking any hits and fire off a Hydro Pump, but I know he's gonna probably want to switch, so he's gonna end up switching, and I'm gonna end up going for the Rapid Spin, because I do have a Focus Sash poke on my team, and that's in the form of Infernape, which doesn't really come into play much, but I'll get to that later. So he's going to bring in his Kangaskhan. If you're wondering who that is, that's a picture I drew of Elo. But he brings in Kangaskhan as I go for the rapid spin. When he switched, I was like, please don't have a ghost type, but he didn't have a ghost type, so he wasn't able to spin block me. But I just go for the rapid spin, get the rocks out of my way. I figured Kangaskhan's in here. This is more of an offensive Tentacruel. I do have a little bit investment, but I think it's mainly in HP, but most it's like 252 special attack and a little bit in speed. But yeah, I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump. I do run Black Sludge, I don't run Life Orb. That's probably why I didn't kill, because I bring it all the way down in the red, and he's able to get an Earthquake off on me, and that's going to kill my Tentacruel, surprisingly, when I was at full HP. But I wasn't invested in defense. I was mainly invested into HP, attack, and speed. But yeah, that's gonna end up taking me out. Since he's at such low HP, I'm gonna bring in Metagross because I got the Bullet Punch and that can easily take it out. But he's gonna go ahead and switch into his Milotic to take the Bullet Punch like a champ, and he's gonna try and fire off a Surf of some sort at me to hit me, because I don't have to worry about Scald been burning my Metagross. So I'm figuring Scald or something's, not Scald, Surf is coming, a water move of some sort is coming my way, because Ice Beam wouldn't do anything to Metagross and all that other stuff. So, I'm going to switch into Zapdos, and Bullet Punch really did do much, and the rocks damage, so he's going to end up recovering. I didn't end up drawing that, but he's going to end up recovering, and, all that other stuff. So, here's where the match gets a little, twisted. He's going to bring in Donphan on my predicted Thunderbolt. I do go for the Thunderbolt. It doesn't affect Donphan, of course, because of ground, and that's going to be kind of a problem. But it is okay, because I do have Hidden Power Grass on this just for Swampert. I'm not sure if Hidden Power Grass is standard on Zapdos. I just figured, mainly better for, I guess, Swampert and other ground types. But I figured, grass on, Zapdos wouldn't be that bad. So I do have Hidden Power Grass, so I can go for that next turn, and I do go for that next turn, and it doesn't quite kill the Donphan, even though he's only had like a little bit of rocks damage ranked up onto him. It does bring him like way under half, so it does a good amount of damage, even though, because this is physically defensive Zapdos. So as you can see, that's super effective. He's going to switch into Heracross. I'm guessing it's Ice. I'm guessing he might resist. I'm not sure if I have Ice or Grass, because he does resist, but he does also resist Grass. So I'm thinking I do have Grass, but it might be Ice. I'm not sure. But he's going to bring in Heracross on the next Hidden Power Ice, and of course it's not going to do anything to the Heracross. And the way I see Heracross all the time is Scarf now. I know Stone Edge is coming, so he's got Heracross in here, and I know he's going to want to go for the Stone Edge, so I'm going to opt to switch into Metagross to take the Stone Edge, because I am Steel and I will resist it, and Metagross does have natural bulk. So I'm just going to go for the Bullet Punch on the next turn, just to get some damage on this Heracross, and the only way I'm going to beat this Heracross is trying to get him to out-predict the Heracross, so when he comes in, he just takes rocks damage, and he's not doing much to my team, so I have to kind of play around him. So, he's gonna switch into Jirachi, as I am gonna go just for the Bullet Punch, and Bullet Punch is not gonna do anything because it's Jirachi, and this is, I think, physically defensive Jirachi, because I think his special defensive wall is Milotic probably. But I do have the Earthquake. Earthquake's gonna do a shitload of damage to it. It's gonna be doing about half. But he's going to be able to go for the Wish, and I'm like, shit, I see Wish. I know he's not going to want to try and attack me. He's just going to try and want to pass that Wish off, and I figured he's going to want to pass it off into Charizard, so he's going to want to switch. So I'm like, alright, so I can bring in something that naturally outspeeds him, and that on my team is Gengar. So I'm going to force a double switch. The double switch is going to happen. He's going to switch into Charizard. Charizard's going to take rocks damage. I'm going to switch into Gengar, and he's going to get the Wish. So here I'm like, okay, I am faster. I don't know what item he has, but he switched moves on me, so I'm guessing he might have leftovers, or he might be sashed of some sort, but I'm not sure. But I figured he's not going to want to stay in here, because, some Gengars do pack T-Bolt, and I'm trying to bluff that, but this is Sub Pain Split Shadow Ball Focus Blast, so I'm going to go for Sub, hoping that he does switch, and he does switch into Donphan, which is not one of the greatest things that I wanted to see, because Donphan does have Ice Shard, and I do go for the Sub, and the Sub goes up, and Ice Shard is going to break my Sub, of course, and I'm just going to have to end up hitting the Donphan in the face with the Shadow Ball. And Donphan's going to die, and in comes Heracross, and I forget that Scarfed Heracross for some reason. I was like, okay, it's Close Combat, Mega Horn, Stone Edge, and I was probably thinking Earthquake, Stealthquake, even if Heracross does get Earthquake, but apparently I forget about Night Slash. So I'm going to end up losing my Gengar because I forget that Scarf Heracross can have or Heracross in general can have Night Slash, and that's going to kill my Gengar. So I see that he's locked in Night Slash, and I figured, okay, Night Slash, Unstab, physically defensive Zapdos can take it, and I could go for a Heat Wave of some sort. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go for the Heat Wave. I should have probably gone for Thunderbolt of some sort, but I figured just Heat Wave would be the best move in general. But he's gonna go ahead and go into my Milotic to take the Heat Wave. But wait. Hold on, I'm just looking at all these pictures. Okay, so, alright, so Night Slash kills me. I'm going to go into Metagross. That's right, I go into Metagross. Metagross comes in here, and I'm like, alright, we'll go for the Bullet Punch because I do have priority, and it should be able to take him out. Then he brings back in Milotic, so we're doing this whole deal, because it gets a little stally, so we're doing this whole deal of doing Earthquake and Surf, but I seem to be on the losing end, so I try to force him to where he has to recover, and I can switch in Zapdos on Milotic and force him to switch out. Because, yeah, so I brought in Metagross, forced out Heracross. Milotic came in, we were back and forth hitting each other. I was on the losing end, but I was whittling it down little by little, so I bring in Zapdos. Zapdos takes the Surf, takes it quite alright. Milotic's looking like it doesn't want to stay in. It's close to almost full. It's a little over half HP, but it's not going to want to stay in, and he's going to switch out into his Kangaskhan, which is nearly dead. It's going to almost die to rocks, but then it's going to take a Thunderbolt to the face and die. So that's going to be the death of his Kangaskhan, and Kangaskhan's gone. So Kangaskhan's going to die. He's going to bring back in Heracross, and here's where I have to do it. I've already switched Metagross. Keep in mind, I've already switched Metagross in quite a few times on his Heracross to take hits. So I'm figuring maybe he'll predict Metagross coming in, and I can just leave Zapdos in here and, force him to, go for the close combat, predicting Metagross. So I'm going to risk it all. I'm gonna leave Zapdos in. I'm gonna go for Roost just in case if he does go for Stone Edge and I somehow live, or if he does go for Night Slash and it does a lot of damage and I can roost it off. But I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna go for the Roost, and I do, and he goes for close combat and it's glorious. I'm like, okay, this has got me the game right here. So he goes for the close combat, and it's awesome because he's locked into it and it's not doing anything, and I just roosted that off, and so I'm ready to fire Thunderbolt off. He knows I'm ready to fire Thunderbolt off, so he's gonna switch into his Charizard, pretty much death fodder that, and take the Thunderbolt and for it to die. So he's gonna bring back in Heracross this time, and he has to go for the Stone Edge of some sort. So I figured, okay, if he does go for a Stone Edge or anything funny, I can bring in Infernape. I do have the Focus Sash, and whatever he does is not going to really bother me as much, because if he does want to hit me with the Stone Edge, it's not going to be a problem because I have the Sash, and I could just at least get a Mach Punch off on it before I die. So I'm going to bring in Infernape on the Heracross, and he misses his Stone Edge, unfortunately, so I have my Sash intact and I'm at full HP, so I figured, okay, might as well just go for the Overheat. But he's going to switch into Milotic, I guess, seeing that I want to go for a Flare Blitz or a Fire-type move, and I'm going to miss my Overheat on the Milotic, which is kind of unfortunate, but really, whatever. So Milotic's in here. I'm going to close combat it in the face, and that's going to take it's going to take a lot of damage, but it's not going to quite kill it, and he's just going to recover up. So I'm just like, okay, well, this really isn't doing anything, so I'm going to U-turn out of there and go into my Zapdos. And Zapdos is coming back in to just do some more damage. So he's going to, I'm going to U-turn, and he's going to hit me with a Surf. Surf's not really going to do anything. And Milotic's in here against Zapdos now, and I'm just going to fire off a Thunderbolt on the Milotic, and that's going to kill it. So it's awesome. And now Milotic is dead, so it's awesome. So all he has left is Scarf Heracross, and he has to pick a move to lock himself into. And I still have 3 pokes left. I have Infernape with a Sash intact. I have Metagross, which can take it Stone Edges if he does opt to go for that. And I have Zapdos. So I have pretty good coverage of a move that he can't really kill anything with. So he's got to pick a move to decide. So I'm going to leave Zapdos in just to fodder, just to see what he wants. He goes for the Stone Stone Edge. Where Zapdos is at, Zapdos was at a half HP, so that's easily going to take him out. So I know that I can bring in Metagross and go for the Bullet Punch kills. So it's like, okay, so Heracross's name, because I kept saying it a lot, was Beefighter, and it's like Beefighter has fainted, and Zadebra is in the DCs, and I'm like, fuck, really? So I was like so happy. I was like, oh my god, my first like actual 4th gen battle that I'll be able to post, and I actually made a team, and I actually have a working 4th gen ROM that I was going to be able to post, and it's like one of my first ever 4th gen matches that went all the way, but DC's at the end, and I can't post it. But I am posting it now, and I'm posting it like this, and it's going to be quite long, but sorry I got a little lost back there. All the pictures kind of look the same because I had to reuse them a bit, but yeah, that really pissed me off. So yeah, so that's going to be it for me, guys. Yeah, fucking, I'm making a shit list of people I'm not battling because, they DC. I already have like 6 or 7 people on that list, and if you've DC'd on me, and you know who you are, mainly a few people from Zats I've never seen before, but yeah, fuck it. Alright, so that'll be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my drawings, because I'm such an artistic, artsy-fartsy person. So, that'll be it for me, guys, and I will catch you guys later. Cheers.